this video, we will be using acrylic yarn, some scissors, and a yarn needle. We're only going to be using one color, one scissors, and one yarn needle, so it's a pretty low material project. And you can add ribbon to the bag if you'd like, but that's totally optional. If you don't have it, then it's totally optional. And you can also use yarn in place of ribbon for bows, because I feel like either or is cute. Sometimes I actually prefer the yarn over the bows because ribbon makes me cry. So this is what we're going to be using. And so yeah, for the bottom of the bag, we are going to start off by creating a slip knot. I wrap the yarn around the hook, grab with my right hand's index and thumb, and with my left hand I wrap the yarn around the hook. Then with my left hand's middle and thumb, I just grab that little piece because it's crossed right now, so I don't know if you could tell, but it's crossed. Grab that middle part and pull through, and then you can just pull it and it will create a slip knot. Okay, and now we're going to chain 24. So we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, insert in through that first loop, and now we've created a chain. And now we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, insert into the loop, that's the second chain, wrap the yarn around the hook, insert through the loop, that's our third chain, and you are going to continue that until you have 24 chains. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now that we've chained 24, we're going to go ahead and chain 2 more. 1, 2. And into this first stitch, we are going to do 4 double crochets. So we are going to wrap the yarn around the hook, insert into that first loop, yarn over, and then we are going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that's our first double crochet. And so we're going to do that 3 more times. So we have, okay, 1, 2, and 3. We are not counting this chain 2 space as a double crochet, so we only have 4 in counting. And for the rest of these up until this last one, we are just going to be doing double crochets. So just do double crochets until you get to this last one, where you'll be doing 4. Okay, so for this last chain right here, we are going to do 4 double crochets just like we did for this first chain that we did. So like you're just gonna yarn over like you would normally, and then you're gonna insert into that chain. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Go ahead and turn. So instead of like making like a chain and like turning like usual, we are just going to turn the work. Like it's like this, and now it's like that. Okay, and so into that chain we're going to do 3 more. So just turning ever so slightly. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is what your project should look like so far on the bottom. And so starting from this little piece right here, we're going to be doing a double crochet. And into these stitches, we are going to be doing double crochets. Okay, so this is how it should look so far. Into that chain 2 space that we created, we are going to slip stitch into that. So go ahead and slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and into these 4 first stitches that we did, we are going to double crochet 2 into each of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Okay, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so now for the rest of this row, up until you get to, you'll be able to tell because it'll be one chain that'll have all of these stitches into it. So we're gonna double crochet for the rest of the round. I mean, not for the rest of until we get to over here. And so what I like to do is I like to fold this in half. Just makes it easier to double crochet into, opposed to holding it like this and trying to balance it and everything. It's just easier to hold it, fold it in half, and crochet like this, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so I singled them out so that you can see we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and so into these 4 stitches is when we're going to do our 2 double crochets into each of them. Ooh, hold on. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. And you can just double crochet until you get to this chain space that we created right here. And so then we're going to do our last double crochet. We can go ahead and slip stitch into this chain space right here. And then we can chain 2, 1 and 2. And okay, so for every 2 set of double crochet that we have on this row, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 sets of 2 double crochets, and we are going to do 2 more double crochets into each of these stitches. So we have done 1, 2, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna do another set of 2. And we have got 2 more sets of 2. So 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Okay, and so then you are going to just do double crochets for these stitches until you get to the set group of 4 that we have right here. So now we've gotten to the 4 sets of 2s, and so we are going to double crochet 2 into each of those stitches, just like we did for this side over here. Okay, so we've got our last little set of 2, and we are going to do the remainder 4 stitches. So 2 for this one, 2 for this one. And so now we've got a nice little bottom going. I love it, it's so cute. And so we are just going to double crochet all along here until we get to the chain 2 space right here. You can always tell because it's got a little bit more opening than the rest of the stitches. Alright, so far this is what it should look like. And then we are going to just slip stitch into this chain space. Okay, so now we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Into this first stitch, we are going to do 1 double crochet, another double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to do 2 more double crochets. And then we're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. In this 4th stitch, we are going to do 2 double crochets. And then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do 2 more double crochets. The stitch that we are starting is the iris stitch, and so we are doing our first layer right now. It's gonna look a little different because we're only on the first one. So then we're gonna skip 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna work into this 4th stitch by continuing the 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet pattern. Also, I apologize for any noise in the background of this video. I film right in like the garage type room, I guess you could say, and like there is a bunch of traffic outside. And so then we are going to skip 3 stitches again, and we are going to do a double crochet, another double crochet, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets. And this is going to be the pattern up until you get to these last 2 stitches, because it is going to be different when we get over here. But for the rest of this round, up until these 2, we are going to just continue this pattern. Okay, so once you've gotten to the last 6 stitches, we're gonna skip 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna be working the regular pattern that we have been in this stitch. And then we are going to do 1 double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch, and we're going to chain 3. And here's where the real magic happens. We are going to start shaping the bag. So the more layers you build, the more shape it will have. So we're going to, right in this chain space where we chained 1, we are going to do 1 double crochet, another double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to insert in again and do 2 more double crochets. Skip this little space. It's not even a chain space, it's just that the double crochet kind of stretches a little bit so it looks like it, but you're just going to do another 2 double crochets with the chain 1 with another 2 double crochets, and that is what you're going to be repeating for this whole bag. So just keep on working on this for the rest of the row. Okay, and so now that we're to this last one, you can see that the shape is starting to form. And with every round that you do, it will form the exact same. And so now we're just gonna do our 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. And then we are going to do 1 double crochet right here. Slip stitch into that chain space, and we're going to chain 3, and then we are going to continue the pattern of 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and then 2 double crochet. And you can just continue doing this pattern until you get to the row that the desired length that you want. And so yeah, it's gonna look really nice when it's done. And so I will show you guys what it looks like when the rows are all done and everything. So I ended up doing 11 rows for this bag. And we're just going to do our last double crochet, and then we can insert into this top double crochet right here, the first one. So not this chain, but this double crochet. And you can also do another slip stitch into the second one, so that's a little more secure. And then you can cut your yarn and weave in your end. I like to have kind of like a lot of yarn to weave in so that it's like extra secure, because you don't want the bag to unravel. And since we're not lining this bag, that means that it's going to be a little bit like, it's going to stretch out with the more things that you put into it. But if you weave out the end, weave in the ends, then it should be fine. So now we're gonna work on the back strap. So if you guys hear wind in the back, I'm so sorry. It's like raining and windy. I had to film on 2 separate days because my life is just it's kind of chaotic. So here we are filming on a rainy day, and it's also windy outside. But so to start the cord for the bag, we're gonna start off with our classic slip knot, and then we are going to chain 2. 1, 2. Into the second chain from the hook, we are going to single crochet. Now for this cord, you kind of want your stitches to be a little looser than you would for just the regular like rows of single crochet, because this isn't going to be regular rows. It's going to be a little more intricate. So into this first little loop here, we're going to turn, and we are going to single crochet into this first loop. Go ahead and pull through, and then you're going to pull through 2. As you can see, we created a stitch right here, and so we are going to insert into that stitch, and then we're going to turn. We are going to yarn over, insert into the first 2, and then yarn over and insert into 2 again. Then you are going to work into this sideways piece again, yarn over, insert through that first 2, and so then you're going to insert into this little side over here, pull through those 2, yarn over, pull through those 2. Okay, so as you can see, we are creating, you can see that there's I don't know if you guys know what a square knot is, but this is kind of, in my opinion, like the crochet version of a square knot, because we have the ends over here, and in a regular square knot, when it comes to bracelet making, you have ends on each side, and that's how you create the bracelet. So we are basically just creating a square knot, but the crochet version. And so every time that you insert the hook, you're gonna turn it. You're gonna pull through 2, insert into the side, and then turn. So literally just move the hook like this. Right here, right here. Yarn over and pull through 2, and pull through 2. And then insert again into that side, turn, yarn over, insert through 2, insert through 2. And then you can insert into the sidebar, pull through 2, pull through 2, go ahead and yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Okay, so as you can see, that's the pattern. And so we have got these on the front and the back, and then we've got these on the sides. So just continue to do that. I would say to do probably like 33, 35 inches. So this is probably gonna take the longest, and like I said, just make sure that it's loose, because it's gonna be really hard. Like, you want to make sure that it's loose, because as you can see, it kind of gets like hard to go through these pieces right here, stitch I guess, and you don't want to be like struggling. So just make sure that you make it as loose as you can, and it will not affect the way that this comes out at all. It still looks good. So just keep on doing this until you have made your desired length. I mean, you can make it like a mini shoulder bag. You can make it really long. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. So this can be any length that you want it to be. So just continue this until you get to what you want. Okay, so right here and right here where our chain spaces are is where we're going to be putting the cord. So just put the yarn into the yarn needle right here before the bag like begins, I guess you can say. You're going to put that right there. Then you can go ahead and do it to the other side. Okay. Go ahead and grab this and pull. And then grab this other side and pull. And we want this to be even, so we're just gonna go ahead and see. Just keep on pulling until it matches with the other strap. But these are adjustable, so that's the good thing. Ooh, okay, let me just cut off these little end pieces that really annoy me. And then make sure that it's all on the same side. Go ahead and insert the yarn needle through the crochet piece. We're gonna do this with the other side as well. So just go ahead and insert. And then from here on out, it's just us weaving in our ends. Tightening as we go to make sure that it stays secure. Okay. And then we can go ahead and do this to the other side. Okay, and then when you're done, you just go ahead and cut. Stretch it out a little bit. And you can add bows if you'd like. You can add them to the sides, right here, in the middle. It really doesn't matter. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I know I loved making it. I really love this bag. I feel like I will be wearing it on this side because this side is the one with all the slip stitches. So if you want to just wear it on this side, it's perfectly fine. And the cord is nice and sturdy, and because it's like attached like this, you're not gonna have to worry. You can adjust it as you please. If you want like you know, one side to be smaller, one side to be bigger. So I hope you guys liked my tutorial, and this bag is honestly beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful bags I've ever made, actually. And this is the first bag that I've ever done that's had this bottom, and it's very durable. Like, I mean, you can stick anything in here. You can stick anything in here, like lip gloss. You can stick a wallet. Like, I need to stop saying like so much, but you can stick anything in here. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like this video.